Welcome back, everybody. TB Sports 27 on the air with you guys, and we got some RXFL action. We're wrapping up week number 8, and it's going to be Monday Night Football. And it's going to be the first time we're going to be taking a look at the the former Omaha Firebirds, now the Las Vegas Firebirds. They got a pretty stacked offense. I'm not too sure about the defense, though. But we'll look into that in just a moment. But we'll take a look at the standings, of course. We're going to be taking on the New York Shamrocks in this game. We got Zach Green here. Welcome. What's going on, my friend? We got Alpha back as well, getting ready for this big game. So let's see where we stand. We got the Las Vegas Firebirds, 20th ranked. They come into this 3-4 overall in this Monday Night Football battle. And just below them, you got 20 and you got 22. You got the New York Shamrocks, who are 2-4. So two teams that a win here can kind of get them out of the basement. A loss, and it's really going to be quite an uphill battle. So we got a good one. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers on one side of the ball. You got Aaron Rodgers, Donovan McNabb, and company. On the other side of the ball, you got Jared Goff. You got Fran Tarkenton. It's a whole good group on both sides, and it should be an interesting Monday Night Football and what could be a pivotal battle for both teams. So as you guys know, final week of the regular season for Week 8 here. We will look at the scores at the end of the week, and we'll preview week number 9 for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So again, our first time looking at the Firebirds. They played previous to this. They were the Omaha Firebirds in our Revolution League for 5 seasons. They're pretty well known as being the worst team in the league for all 5 years. They went through a laundry list of quarterbacks, starting off with Randall Cunningham. Then they tried Archie Manning for a time. They tried Joe Theismann. Finally settled on Jeff Hostetler. Now they hit the jackpot. They were able to sign Aaron Rodgers, which was a big get for them here with this team. And for this Firebird squad, obviously they're going to have to wear the Cardinal unis here, but we're going to put them in the all black. That's going to be their normal look. Let's see, could we make a white jersey ever work with it? I guess we could. That'd be kind of an interesting look, right? But I suppose we could go with the white and black, but there's only one white jersey for the Cardinals in this game. That's kind of interesting. How about that look? If you wanted to kind of go with the white numbers. That's interesting. What do you guys think about that? I'll let you guys pick. Do you guys like the white look where it kind of matches? Or do we go with the all black look? The all black and red. Which one do you guys like? Because this is our first time, so we get to pick what we want here. Whoops. I gotta charge my controller after this. I think we just go with the traditional black look. Let's see what different sock options we have. First time playing with the Firebird / Cardinals, so we kind of get to pick. Alpha turns Spanish. Well, you know what happens. Happens to the best of us. Okay, we'll just go all black here. And helmet, different helmet option. I don't think you're not going to get too many choices with the Cardinals here. Nowadays, now they got the alternate black helmet, which is really cool. So whenever they add that into Madden, we can kind of make that the look, right? I suppose we can go with the all black unis with the black helmet, and they'll probably wear that at some point. For the Shamrocks here, of course, they wear the classic New York Titans look, the AFL look here. We've seen the Shamrocks play a couple times on the channel. There they are. So they traditionally wear the black and gold. And not many different uni options, although... Wow, they don't have the... Okay, I was going to say they do. I did contemplate playing around with if we wanted to add the current jersey to kind of make it a green, blue, and gold. Because it does say New York. But I don't know, would that be... Kind of stands out, right? The green, it doesn't really match. So I think we just stick with the basics here. The blue and gold. which I always liked that look. That was a look I liked for the Rams. They, of course, got rid of it. Okay, let's do it. Shamrocks, Firebirds. And there's a lot of hype going into this season. As we said, the Firebirds kind of widely known for being one of the worst teams in the Revolution League for their 5 years. They moved from Omaha, and they went to Las Vegas for this season. And there's a lot of hype around them, and once again, they have a losing record as they're coming in with the 3-4 record, but still an opportunity. Daniel Lewis is here. Welcome back, Daniel. Glad to have you here. We're wrapping up week 8 of our RXFL. And it's going to be the New York Shamrocks and the Las Vegas Firebirds. But even for the Firebirds, just getting above 500 would be a big victory for them. Ooh, they got a new stadium too. I wondered, because that, I guess going to Las Vegas they would, because there wasn't a stadium in Las Vegas before in this game, right? So there they are, the all black and red. And there's the New York Shamrocks on the other side again. Firebirds coming in ranked 20th in the league. Shamrocks number 22 in the league. Firebirds at 3-4. Shamrocks at 2-4. Zach Green says, are you going to play WWE 2K22 today? I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do a second stream today or not. That is also up for debate because I do got to go to the supermarket at some point. There you see Antonio Brown. That's right. The Firebirds going all in with Antonio Brown, where other teams have struggled with them. So I'm not 100% sure, my friend. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. I know if I did stream a second time today, I was kind of leaning towards doing basketball, the NBA playgrounds, but I have not quite decided yet. So it's open for debate. Of course, we have Twitter, TV Sports 27 on Twitter. We have Patreon for our various stream requests, as well as bonus content and all that fun stuff. But let's get this one underway. It's going to be Shamrock football here. This is Monday night, wrapping up what's been a pretty intense Week 8. You'll see some of the scores of the games we played at the bottom of your screen. It has been a hotly contested Week 8. So Shamrocks will take possession first. And stepping onto the field, Fran Tarkenton. 11 picks, 11 touchdowns on the year. We also mentioned they have Jared Goff and relief that they could use. But here we go. Let's get this ball game underway. Week 8, Monday Night Football, your first time seeing the Las Vegas Firebirds. Are you watching? What, Zach's watching me at church? Is that blasphemy? I don't know. I can't, but I think this might be a first for the channel of church stream. So look at your New York Shamrocks. Again, we've seen them a couple times here on the channel. Be 2nd down and 7 for the Shamrocks here in Vegas. Tarkenton. He completes it to Zach Ertz, who spent last season with the Arizona Cardinals. So going up against the team with the similar logo, similar look, but this is the Las Vegas Firebirds. John Randall, one of my favorite quotes, you know, the famous Keyshawn Johnson. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to YouTube it, the fake John Randall. You fake John Randall is against the Bengals. Yet they had him mic'd up, and Keyshawn was on that day. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Shamrocks here. Tarkenton lined up. Forte in the backfield. They're going to give it to Forte, and Forte gets crushed. It's going to be a 3 and out. You saw Len Ford in on the tackle. There's Joe Footnow as well. And the Shamrocks, they go 3 and out. They're going to have to punt this one away, so we're going to see the Vegas Firebirds early on. Sam Baker on the punt. Antonio Brown way back. And Brown looked like he fair caught it, but he still didn't take the knee. So here comes Aaron Rodgers in Vegas. Las Vegas Aaron. Or I guess we're getting a look at this deep punt for some reason, a replay. Let's see those Aaron Rodgers stats. Here he comes. Aaron Rodgers and the Firebird, black and red, 17 touchdowns, 4 picks, 2,000 yards here, coming into week 8. And maybe we'll look at the stats, too. I kind of mentioned that we would look at the stats since week 8 is kind of represent the halfway point of the season, right? So maybe we'll do a quick stat checkup as well as we look at the final scores and get you prepared for week 9. So Rodgers, first pass out of the gates, completes it to Ingram, and that's going to be a big first down for the Firebirds. Evan Ingram. Lined up in the backfield for Las Vegas, Willie Parker. Rodgers in the gun, and they will give it to Parker. And Parker, well, he tried to hit the juke, and Chuck Howley made the stop in the backfield. So look at the first time seeing week 8, first time seeing the Vegas Firebirds. Keeping on that Omaha Firebird legacy, hoping to finally get the play. They're one of the few, I think the only team in the RXFL that didn't make the postseason at least once, right? At least a non-expansion team. All the original 8 made the postseason at least one time. Willie Parker getting into the open field on the screen. But I mean, everybody, the Killer Whales, the Annihilators, the Maulers, the Clash, the Dragons, everybody made the postseason of the original 8. And even from the expansion clubs, we had the Nightmare. They were able to finally make it. The Rhinos and made it. Just a lot of the expansion teams hadn't made it yet. In fact, I think most of the expansion teams, the Vipers didn't, but even a lot of the expansion teams in year 1 made the postseason. The Tennessee Toxic made it. We saw the Raging Rabbits make it. We saw the Eclipse make it and win it all. 4th and 1. And what is this? It looks like the Firebirds are going to go for it from midfield on 4th and 1. Derrick Henry is lined up in the backfield. They give it to Henry, and no problem for big Derrick Henry. Like I said, they got a pretty stacked defense, or a pretty stacked offense. The defense I'm not too sure about. But I'm kind of surprised at their record coming in at just 3 and 4. Rodgers is going to take this next one from the gun. Wide open is Reggie Wayne. And it's going to be a first down for the Firebirds. 3 of 3 for Rodgers so far in this Monday Night Football clash with the Shamrocks. Play action fake. Rodgers rolling out. Oh my God, he could not get rid of it. He was the victim of the Madden ball getting stuck to the arm. And it's a quarterback sack. Rodgers is going to lose 9 on the sack. I think part of it was he probably should have play-actioned to his dominant throwing arm. He had to try to get turned around, and he got speared. In most worlds, that's an incomplete pass, but not in the Madden world. All right, 2nd down and 19 for the Firebirds. Rodgers again under duress, had to just get rid of that one. I think it fell right in front of Reggie Wayne. Incomplete. Aaron Donald, Greg Hardy. I mean, people don't like Greg Hardy, right? Carl Banks, Howley, Joe Schmidt in there. Green, Rodney, the great Rodney Harrison, Ed Reed. I mean, he got some stacked corners. So it's going to be 3rd and 19. This is going to be a tough one for the Firebirds. They might just have to end up settling for a field goal in this one. And it's going to be knocked away. You talk about those corners. Mike Harden. And it was an open receiver, too, and Harden just came in and batted that one right away. Look at this replay. Is that Antonio Brown, I believe? Yeah, Antonio Brown open and Harden with the swat away. So that sack ended up really hurting. Now, this would be about a 50-plus yard field goal for the Firebirds. Let's get the official number. Of course, they want us to punt the ball. We're running out of time here. It'd be a 60-yard field goal. So I think, yeah, we're better off going for the punt. But you got to get quick with this punt, too. Oh, it's going to be a race against the clock. We just made it. Just made it. Jim Norton trying to go coffin corner. And there you go. Tarkenton and the Shamrocks next possession here. What are you guys up to on this Sunday? Your final Sunday without I guess, well, no, there's no preseason games, so they all wrapped up yesterday, right? So football's going to be back. Way overthrown. Tarkenton incomplete. Next weekend's going to be wild, guys, right? I mean, next weekend is going to be not only opening weekend, like official opening weekend of college football. I know my college, Troy, the college I went to, they play Ole Miss at 4. So, I don't know, a Clash at the Castle also next weekend. So, it's going to be Clash at the Castle for me in the afternoon, then the Troy game, then Boise State, which is my favorite college football team, in the evening. And then Sunday, we got Worlds Collide, wide open. How about that play? We got Worlds Collide in the afternoon. We got the All Out pay-per-view that evening. The Cardinals, which is one of my favorite teams, they're going to be playing the evening game as well. They're going to be playing the Sunday night game. Next weekend's going to be insane with just the TV watching and the amount of stuff that's going on. And then Monday night is when the Broncos play. My Broncos as well, one of my teams. Russell Wilson in his debut game going against his old squad. Big dirty of the schedule makers, right? 2nd and 12 here for the Shamrocks. Tarkenton under duress gets rid of it to Zach Ertz. Ertz has had the few receptions in this game for the New York Shamrocks. Of course, New York's got a couple of teams, New York and Brooklyn. Completed pass there to Baldwin. And that's going to be a first down. Doug Baldwin, speaking of Seattle players. Of course, the remnants of the New York Nightmare. Some of them, of course, went to New England, took the team with them, but a couple of the front office staff of the Nightmare remaining here with the newly branded Shamrocks, the blue and gold. Matt Forte, only 4 yards rushing so far in this one. It has not been a smooth beginning of this Monday night game for him. As we are quickly winding down quarter one, and we are scoreless here. Tarkenton. Oh, Tarkenton going to use those legs. You know, Tarkenton, look at the block, and Tarkenton is going to try to dive for the end zone. He doesn't quite make it, but a 39-yard scramble by Fran Tarkenton. And he was famous for that. If you guys haven't seen old Tarkenton highlights, man, he was the original Patrick Mahomes, Michael Vick. I mean, the stuff he was doing back in the day, forget about it. And Tarkenton showing off right there. Unbelievable. That huge run, nearly 40 yards. The fullback handoff, they actually give it to Hardy. I think it was a tight end handoff. Oh, look at this. We got a little confrontation here. The rushing attack for the Shamrocks has not been that good so far in this game. 2nd and goal for New York. New York and Las Vegas. What a big city matchup here. They bring the heat. Tarkenton can't get rid of it. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal from about the 7. Mike Stratton in on the QB sack. And you saw Tarkenton tried to get rid of it, but absolutely no dice there. But a little bit of breathing room now. We'll see what happens on this 3rd and goal. As quarter one's winding to a close. Almost surprised they didn't let Tarkenton scramble at all. Tarkenton is going to try to take off. Now he's just going to throw it. It's going to be tipped up. Incomplete. That ended up being a dangerous throw by Tarkenton. And that's going to be the end of quarter number 1, scoreless. But maybe not for long, as the field goal attempt about to happen. There's going to be Greg Zuerlein coming on for the New York Shamrocks. And not a problem. Zerline boots it through, and our first points on the board. 3-0 Shamrocks. What a beautiful stadium here in Vegas, open air. Michael Pittman on the kick return. Then we'll see what Rodgers does. Just his second possession, so give a little bit of credit. To the Shamrocks. Only allowing Rodgers one possession in the first half, and that's what you got to do. Limit those Rodgers possessions. They are going to give it to Parker, and Parker, boy, he had an opportunity, and he got caught up, and then eventually brought down. They had a good opening drive, but that sack just tore up the Firebirds. Rodgers. Oh my God, over the back, and it's completed. Evan Ingram. He just caught that one over the back of Rodney Harrison. That's hard to do. When you got Rodney Harrison in coverage, Ed Reed, you see looking on like, what the heck just happened there? Take a look at it again. That's hard to do. You got Ed Reed and Rodney Harrison. It is Aaron Rodgers, of course, but just thread the needle like that. Ridiculous. Man in motion here. Rodgers. Quick strike. Out to Parker. They look like they're bringing the heat. Look at this. They end up dropping back. Rodgers, though, he's still... Oh, my... Wait a minute. Anybody could have caught that one. Rodgers tried to just go with the quick release. They ended up dropping back into coverage. So it's 3rd and 4 once again. Las Vegas in danger of fizzling out in the same spot, and it's going to be knocked down at the line. Aaron Donald. So again, Vegas moves down the field, and they fizzle out in the same spot, but this time they are going to attempt the deep field goal here. Dan Bailey. Let's see. Does he have the leg for it? Bailey. He does. He nails it, and we are tied. A 3-3 tie here on Monday night. Looks like we're in store for another tight contest, right? We've had a bunch of them this week. In week 8.
All day, baby, all day.
Daniel Lewis with the goal, yes. Field goal indeed. Matt Forte, he's been the big struggle so far. His inability, the rushing attack, is definitely hampered the New York Shamrocks quite a bit. Play fake, pressure on. Tarkenton gets rid of it. Incomplete. Looking for Baldwin. Been a few times Tarkenton's had guys right in his face. Second down and 10. Pitch into the outside to Forte. I don't know where the blocking was. That was atrocious blocking. Boy, rewind that back if you want to. That might have been some of the worst blocking I've ever seen. And it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Shamrocks. But Tarkenton might just have to do it himself with his legs. Tarkenton is going to roll out. He's going to elect to throw it now, and it's incomplete. Ertz unable to bring that one in. And the Shamrocks, they're going to go 3 and out. Antonio Brown, we haven't seen much from him out of the receiving game. Still on the team, he hasn't quit yet. Another one of those controversial pickups. KJ, welcome KJ. Glad to have you here for this Monday Night Football RXFL game. All of our regulars popping in. You guys are the best. Best in all of YouTube. I say it right here. Pitch to the outside, Willie Parker. And the rushing attack struggling for the Firebirds as well. Ed Reed coming in and getting that stop. That's why we've only seen a couple of field goals on the board so far. Rodgers is going to end up taking off, and he's going to get 6. I think both quarterbacks, Rodgers and Tarkenton, they got to be the leading rushers on for both teams. I know Tarkenton is for sure. Screen pass, barely got it out to Pittman, and it's a 3-and-out for the Firebirds. How about the defense? Rodney Harrison there on both sides. Firebirds and Shamrocks. We're getting a defensive throwdown right now on prime time. Leonard, love Leonard. Cap's popping off. Too bad the scoring's not popping off. Maybe you guys like a defensive battle. I don't know. Big defensive slugfest here. And Zach Ertz once again. So far, Ertz has been MVP. How many catches has Ertz had in this game? 3 of them. 3 of the 5 have gone to Zach Ertz for the New York Shamrocks. They're going to try to run it again. And Forte, not much Forte can do. I mean, when the offensive line is struggling like that, Doug Atkins with his 10th tackle for loss. I like the shiny helmet logo, by the way. I know. I think we picked the quote-unquote color rush design, but it's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Tarkenton lined back up in the gun. First time we're going to see Curtis get in on the mix. Isaac Curtis. And it's going to be 3rd down for the Shamrocks. Tarkenton. Completed to Curtis. Oh, no, Curtis. Let's go of it. Incomplete. KJ says, can't stop watching the Hell in a Cell on Patreon. Yes. If you guys didn't know, from our WWE 2K22 stream, a Patreon exclusive Hell in a Cell, the Usos teaming up with Undisputed Champion and Intercontinental Champion Edge against T-Bar Mace and Mustafa Ali, a Monday Night Raw dark match that was exclusive to patreon.com/TVSports27. Check it out if you haven't already. KJ's been watching it over and over, and that's the beauty, man. The price of a cup of coffee gets you in the door. It helps support the channel as well. So it's a win-win. You get the bonus content. You get the exclusive content. You get the classic content from our old YouTube channel. The Denver Broncos stuff, the Blitz the League, the Arena Football, WWE 12 content is going to be going up very soon on our Patreon page. You get the stat books. So not only do you get all the bonus content, you also have the ability to request streams. So if you go to one of our 2nd or 3rd tiers, you can request a stream. So we had a request earlier for, WWE 2K22, and that could have been a Patreon request. So it's a great value for your buck, and it's a win-win. You help support the channel, you get free bonus content, and you get a chance to request whatever you want to see streamed on the channel. So you get all those things wrapped into one. How can you lose? How can you lose with that scenario? Check us out, patreon.com/TVSports27. 3rd and 1 here for the Firebirds. And Parker gets stuffed in the backfield. -4 yards on the ground. Both Parker and Forte have had a hell of a time. And we're getting close to the half here. And we only got a couple of field goals on the scoreboard. It's been the defenses showing up to play in this one. We'll see if Tarkenton can put a nice little 2-minute drill together here. Got 2:02 with all the timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. We'll see kind of adjustments get made in the second half. Tarkenton just couldn't find anybody open. He eats a sack. What was your favorite part of the Hell in a Cell, KJ? Let the other people know that have not had the opportunity to check it out or sign up on Patreon. What was your favorite moment of the Hell in a Cell? And not only the Hell in a Cell, the backstage brawl up there too. Big Boss Man versus Drew McIntyre, the exclusive after main event. Darkington just flips it out to Baldwin.
That's it, baby. That's it.
3rd and 12. The game wants us to just give up, but that would be silly.
You ready?
3rd and 12, minute 35 left here. Oh, Tarkenton's going to use his legs. Can he get a block? No, he can't get it. Did he get the first down? They're going to rule him short, and the Firebirds take one of their timeouts. You see that a lot in football. When the offense is struggling, sometimes the quarterback feels like he's got to take it into his own hands. He's just got to get going. Antonio Brown on the return. So Rodgers now a minute 13 with 2 timeouts. And we're still looking for our first touchdown of this game here, of this Monday Night Football game. Rodgers going deep to Lynn Swann, and it's knocked away. Swatted away by Terrence Newman. He was going for it all with Lynn Swann, and Newman was right there. And that just continues to show the great defensive play we've seen up to this point in this ball game. Unbelievable. Rodgers. That time, he finds Lynn Swann, not a problem. Looks like they're going to hang on to their timeouts. They're going to try to huddle them up and call the next play. 44 seconds. Still time here. Rodgers going deep again for Swann, and he overshoots him, incomplete. My goodness. 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Rodgers completes it. Oh, it's incomplete, actually. Ingram loses it. So it's 3rd and 10, 31 seconds to go. And this midfield just seems to be the death spot for the Firebirds. Rodgers going across the body to Lynn Swann. And they're going to take a timeout, and it's going to be either a deep field goal or it's going to be 61 yards. Or, yeah, they're going to try to go for it here. Because what the heck if they don't get it? It's 24 seconds.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Rodgers, plenty of time, and he completes it. 1st down and out of bounds. What a beautiful play that was from Aaron Rodgers, hooking up with Evan Ingram. Sitting right next to you. Oh, wait, they called that incomplete. Wait a minute. Hold on now. They called that incomplete. I thought it was good. Let's look at this again. As you can see, again, just real quick, the coverage, unless you're going to be checked down, you're double covered down the field. Everybody's pretty much covered. Oh, my God. Are they going to... Because we can't review it under 2 minutes. Let's see. The catch. There's the catch. 1 foot down. Did he just step out of... Oh, I don't think he stepped out of bounds. Look at that. They got to review this. He's not out of bounds. There's the catch. 1 foot down. And there's where he steps down. Right there. Look at that. Oh, they got to review this. He's not out. Look at that. He is not out of bounds. And we're powerless to review it. Because it's beyond 2 minutes. So it's going to be up to the officials.
Here we go, here we go.
They're not going to review it. What a controversial play. That just cost the Firebirds points right there. And in fact, it might have gifted the Shamrocks some points. We're going to see how this turns out. This is controversy, folks. Unbelievable. No review done. He had both feet down. And the Shamrock, oh, incomplete. A lot of drop passes in this game, too. Shamrocks trying to get into field goal range here. And they're going to do just that. Beautifully executed. Oh, my goodness. So a 3-point swing, if you will, on a very controversial call. Well, let's see, a 52-yarder. It's not a gimme by any stretch. But it looks like it might be perfect for Zerline, and it is. Wow. How about that, guys? A 3-point swing, a controversial ending. Pretty clearly, both feet are in bounds for the Firebirds. And the call isn't made. Instead, it's turned over to the Shamrocks, who in turn get 3 points of their own. Man, we're going to have to look back at this. If there's a 3-point difference between the win and the loss here. Very, very controversial. My goodness.
We play to win. Let's go.
All right, well, 6-3, one of the lower scoring games we've played in quite some time. Of course, we had the Wolverines in that Benjamins game. It was, or was it the Wolverines and the Egyptians? That was like the 10-0. It was really low scoring. And the rushing attack continues to struggle on both sides of the ball.
56, Mike, 56. It's our time. It's our time.
Oh my God, what is happening out there right now? This is such sloppy play on Monday Night Football. I mean, you couldn't have been more wide open than Evan Ingram was, and he just didn't bring it in. So 3rd and 8. Pressure coming, Rodgers. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. There's going to be our big breakout play, and Reggie Wayne burns them, and it's our first touchdown of the game. Aaron Rodgers to Reggie Wayne, 76 yards. What a play. Rodgers took the hit. Big time play right there. That's big business, and all the talk now about the controversial play. Maybe it'll go quiet for a little bit. Wow, how about that? Tarkenton looking on like, oh boy. Extra point is good. And it is a 10-6 lead for the Firebirds right now over the Shamrocks. What do you guys think of that play? Pretty big business, right? Let's see how Tarkenton and the Shamrocks respond to this one. They step into the field in the early going here in the 3rd. Big Bucks, yeah, Big Bucks, no whammies, right? Press for luck, you guys big press for luck fans? Wide open is Olsen. And that'll be a first down for the Shamrocks.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready up.
Only 137 yards allowed so far for this Firebird defense.
Ready.
And Matt Forte, nothing happening for him.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
Forte dropped by Micah Hyde.
All day. Woo! Let's get it. Set, ready. 70.
Continued struggle, rushing attack, both sides of the ball. No good here. Play fake, Tarkenton. Yep. Tarkenton was pretty much just running for his life with the play action fake. Peters coming in with the sack. I mean, he rushed it from the outside from the corner. And as soon as the play fake happened, Tarkenton tried to run. And that was that. So 3rd and 19 for the Shamrocks. Tarkenton going deep. It's tipped up and it's intercepted by Micah Hyde. Here's your first INT of the game. It was single coverage. It was one-on-one. And it was swatted away by Samari Roll. There you see it was knocked away. They were looking for Jarvis Landry. So there's a huge golden opportunity for the Omaha Firebirds to get one of the biggest leads of the game right now on this drive. Rodgers to Lynn Swan. Lynn Swan wants to go 70 yards again, right?
Come on, baby. Let's go.
216 through the air for Rodgers. Empty set here.
56. Let's go, D.
Here comes the pressure. Nope. Good coverage, actually. Good blocking. Are they going to call that one a completion? Rodgers giving a death stare right now to the referee, saying, "Are you going to call that one?" They did, though. Lined up in the gun. There's the give to Parker. And what is it with the rushing attack?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Schmidt. Tackle for loss. And we got some words. We got some words on the field right now. It's been a miserable day for the rushing attack right now. And Rodgers could not get rid of it. I believe that was Schmidt again. Yes, it was. Well, Rodgers tried to get rid of it, but you know what happens in Madden? The ball gets glued to the quarterback's hands. Somehow that's a sack instead of an incompletion. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Firebirds. It's been brilliant defense both sides except for that one play, the one touchdown. Incomplete, and once again, it's Rodney Harrison and more brilliant defense. So it started off promising for the Firebirds. They got to boot this one away. And it might come down to another fluke play, or that fluke play is going to be the one that did it.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Credit both defensive coordinators in this one. 10-6, one touchdown so far. Tarkenton looking for anything. There was a shove right there, no flag. And I think Olsen's going to lose a yard or two. They're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage, so they're pretty kind with that spot. First down to Landry.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Tarkenton breaking 100 yards passing. Maybe it's just little gains at this point, too. Even if they can just get into field goal range. You know, just try to chip into the lead. There's going to be one of the better runs of the day for Forte. Just 15 yards.
Right there. All day, baby. Come on, set.
Got new comments pouring in. Let's take a look. KJ said, "Hut." Thank you, KJ. Do you know the famous Hard Knocks, the Cleveland Browns? Hut, said Hut, the coach. Tarkenton, well, he wanted to get rid of it, and he finally does. Big play to Landry. First down, Jarvis Landry. We got a first-time chatter, D. Harry. Welcome, D. Glad to have you aboard. First time, long time. Hit that subscribe button, right? Glad to have you here.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Well, they're in field goal range. So it's big business right now for the New York Shamrocks. Tarkenton Ooh, that was dangerous. It could have been knocked away. He's looking for Olsen. Was that Olsen? It was Curtis, pardon me.
Ready. 15, 1, 59.
Leonardo, I still don't think Leonardo's here yet. Tarkenton, under duress. He's got an open man. And it's going to be intercepted. Are you kidding me? Roll does it again. Now, Roll had the deflection earlier that resulted in the INT. This time, he deflects it and intercepted himself. That's twice he's pulled that off. And Tarkenton had he had two open men. And Samari Roll comes in and deflects it to himself, which is almost identical what happened earlier with the INT. My goodness. What a battle this is right now. Again, at the end of this, Week 8, we're going to look at the scores from Week 8. We're going to get you all prepped for Week 9, and we're going to look at some stats so far. Willie Parker with a huge gain. Big sub. Thank you, my friend. Check us out on Twitter and Patreon as well. Got a lot of good content on both channels. Rodgers. Oh, how about Lynn Swan coming in on the deflection? Well, be careful now. Too many men on the field for the Firebirds. Rodgers just gunning the ball right now. Was that a good completion for a first down? Referees say no. Controversy about that. I mean, it could be 13-6 right now if the referees had called that one play correctly. Rodgers cannot get into the flats. He's going to get sacked. Carl Banks. And you see Rodgers. I think Rodgers is trying to get on the right side of the field. And it kind of broke down, and Banks got in there and brought him right down. So they've kept, a lot of people thinking, hey, Week 8, first time we're going to see Aaron Rodgers, Vegas Firebirds. They kept Rodgers pretty well contained in this game. He had the 75, 76-yarder. You take that away, though. Rodgers been kept in check. But again, this game a lot closer due to the missed call, which technically it should be a 13-3 game right now. Still 10-6. Forte. He's starting to put it together a little bit. And Forte for the first down. Well, if the running game starts picking up here for the Shamrocks all of a sudden, things are going to get interesting. You see the low rushing numbers at the top of your screen. Forte's grinding it out right now. They don't give him any. They don't credit him with any yards on that play. Kind of rough. Las Vegas and New York. Week 8, Tarkenton. Wide open is Zach Ertz, who's pretty much been the MVP for the Shamrocks. Yeah, Daniel, a new subscriber. We're getting getting closer each day to 1,000. That's the big goal. Get 1,000 subs if you can really make it here on YouTube. We had that previously. We had a couple thousand before. Well, we go into the fourth quarter. 10-6 Firebirds. Hanging on to the lead, but the Shamrocks putting a pretty nice drive together right now. Play action, Tarkenton. He's just going to run it himself. Tarkenton, 59 yards on the ground. Both quarterbacks can scramble now, Tarkenton and Rodgers.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Defense.
Up the gut to Forte and the Shamrocks.
Let's go, boys.
They're grinding it out right now. They're putting a drive together.
Here we go. The 60 outlaw.
Tarkenton in the gun for this one. Wide open across the middle is Forte.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Champ Bailey. That was Champ Bailey with the big spear. All of a sudden, this is interesting. Even if they just get a field goal, but the way the defense has held Rodgers in check, that's going to be something. Forte, touchdown Shamrocks. And they had the lead in the fourth. And it's a 3-point difference, and let the controversy ensue. Because that 3-point swing, that was the bad call, that we all agree was the missed call, that allowed the Shamrocks to get 3, and took 3 away from the Firebirds. 13-10. And we'll see, Rodgers got to put something together. See what Pittman can do on this return. And get up to the 29.
Let's go, fellas.
So here we go. Both teams, a couple of touchdowns on the board. We'll see how Aaron Rodgers responds.
56. I'm coming for
The game's never in doubt when you got Rodgers on the team, right? How about that? And it's going to be Lynn Swann again. Touchdown Firebirds. How about a couple of 70-yard bombs from Aaron Rodgers to Lynn Swann in this one? That looked almost identical. Lynn Swann just burns Terrence Newman. Just shows him up. Wow. Well, just like that, who's going to be gassed more? It goes right back. It's either going to be the Shamrocks or the Firebirds. There's a lot of discussion right now happening on the defense. A lot of discussion. Been a couple of big highlight reel plays. All right, here we go. Still got a lot of time left in the fourth.
Keep playing hard.
This is going to be another good conclusion. We've had a bunch of these games in Week 8 that came down to the wire. Another one's going to be coming down to the wire here. And, well, Tarkenton, he was hoping he was going to get a little blocking from Forte. Stratton getting another sack. 4 of them for Vegas.
Break. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Okay, double up.
Ertz hangs on to that one. He got sandwiched, but reels it in for the grab.
On the double. 57, Mike 57. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get it.
Tarkenton finds an open Doug Baldwin. And all of a sudden, the offenses are picking up here late in the fourth.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
It's a wake-up right now on offense. Maybe the defense just got gassed. Tarkenton, he's just going to do it himself. And he's going to try to dive for the first down. Second and 2 for the Shamrocks. Tarkenton trying to win his first pro football championship. He's been to a bunch of Super Bowls, Haven't been able to win it all. Look at the blocking. And Tarkenton, 85 yards on the ground, and the Shamrocks are in business. And we're going back and forth in the fourth. My goodness. All of a sudden, the offense is picked up. Tarkenton gutting it out right now. Touchdown, Shamrocks. Are you kidding me? Fourth quarter touchdown party right now. And that 3 points once again, the controversial call, making the difference. Fran Tarkenton to Jarvis Landry. And the extra point is good. And we go back to the Las Vegas Firebirds for them to try to answer. Decent little return there by Pittman. All right, here we go. How are the Firebirds? They got another 70-yarder in them. Screen pass. Oh, they might. Willie Parker.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Field goal would tie it. Could this game continue on? Or are we just going to keep trading touchdowns? Reggie Wayne, and he's out of bounds. This is amazing how both offenses just picked up all of a sudden. Rodgers, he's closing in on 400 yards through the air. And we're going to go empty set here. Well, with empty set, you always run that risk. And Carl Banks came in hot. And Rodgers just didn't have the time to get rid of it. So we'll see if that empty set decision. Well, they're going to go empty set again. So interesting back-to-back here. Pressure coming again. Rodgers, though, gets it to Ingram, but Ingram well contested. And it's incomplete. See, the Shamrocks not one of the better takeaway teams in the league. No different here today. 3rd and 19. Where's Lynn Swan at? Keep your eye on Swan. Pressure coming. Rodgers to Reggie Wayne. 4th and inches. 4th and inches, and the Firebirds will send the field goal unit out. And we have a tie game on Monday night. 20-20. Should they have gone for it? Was that worth the risk to go for it, or do you just go ahead and take the tie? We'll see how it all plays out. And the Shamrocks have the ability to play a little conservative too. Oh, we have an injury. Wow, Carter. He is not feeling well. All right. Well, this is going to be quite the interesting drive here. Here we go. Tarkenton gets drilled, and he comes down hurt. That was a big hit. Tarkenton is down. Jared Goff will come into the game now. Oh my goodness, Tarkenton took a blow. What a hit that was. It's going to be a MCL sprain for Carter. Wow. So here comes Jared Goff. The chat can't believe it. This has been an interesting game. Matt Forte has got a lot of rushing room on the outside. And it's just a pec strain for Tarkenton, so it's not major. But you can breathe a sigh of relief if you're a Shamrock fan, but now it all comes on to Jared Goff here. He is a Super Bowl quarterback, Super Bowl runner-up quarterback. First down, Shamrocks. Shamrocks, they can get into field goal range. What a drive this would be for backup Jared Goff. Open is Ertz. And you start to get a little nervous now if you're a Firebird fan. 4th and inches. Was it too tempting just to tie it up? Or on 4th and inches, do you try to go for it? You know, 4th and inches, what the heck? You do have Derrick Henry, which I almost kind of wonder. Maybe that's something that the Firebirds should consider to switching to early on in this game. You know, that you had Derrick Henry back there while Willie Parker was struggling as much as he was. That's incomplete. So 3rd and 6. But, you know, you could analyze and overanalyze all day. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Jared Goff. Pressure. Incomplete as a collision. Landry and Baldwin bumped into each other. They collided into each other. And it fell incomplete. And the Firebirds are going to hold. Goff had no choice, and there it was, the collision. Landry and Baldwin. All right, so here we go. Rodgers now will have the opportunity. And it will go into the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Ooh, what a game this ended up being. You know, it was a slow start with the defensive battle, but my goodness. And now Aaron Rodgers, like he's done so many times in his career, has a chance to lead a drive. And no problem for Reggie Wayne. 397 for Aaron Rodgers in this one. Time ticking. Who's going to start taking timeouts first? Shamrocks or Firebirds? Right now, they're just waltzing down the field, and it's going to be a Shamrock timeout here. Now you're at the 40. Madden wants us to play conservative. I say we got at least one more big throw in us. The way it's been going, right? We don't want to go empty set. It's been going so well so far. You get one more good throw. Then you can start playing conservative. Reggie Wayne, Lynn Swan, they've been a terror. Rodgers, it's intercepted. Well, that was on me. I made the call. Madden said play conservative. I said we got one more good throw in us. Harrison with the INT. And we could have overtime here on Monday night. Rodgers can't believe it. That one is all on me. I made the call to not play conservative, to try to get one more big throw. Just trying to look at the clock. I mean, you run it 3 times, they get at least 2 timeouts. And then you can run the clock down 40, but that's still a lot of time, and it was still pretty far away, too. Like, it would have been a deep kick. My goodness. And Tarkenton back onto the field here. What a game. Tarkenton going for it all. And he had Doug Baldwin and overshot him. Holy smokes, he had Doug Baldwin. .106 to play. Tarkenton completes it to Baldwin. Shamrocks take a timeout. Whew.
Ready. 18 Gator. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Well, the Shamrocks are going to be in field goal range now. Las Vegas calls a timeout. Oh my goodness. The tide has turned on the Aaron Rodgers INT. There's the give to Forte. Another timeout called. Shamrocks, they're going to drain the clock. Right down and go for the game-winning field goal. And it looks like it's going to end up coming down to that controversial 3 points. And that first down, that could be a killer right now. It's going to be 3rd and inches. And it's going to come down to this field goal. Here we go. KJ's getting into it. What an ending this was. We'll see if he makes it, but the controversial call, the feet in bounds, that ended up being a 3-point swing. And then the controversy on my part. The game, Madden, they said play conservative. They said grind it out. I wanted to do one more throw. And the New York Shamrocks have upended the Las Vegas Firebirds on their home turf. Rodgers throwing the interception as they were driving, as some people would say. Maybe they were in field goal range. Rodgers threw the pick. And the Shamrocks will take it here in Vegas. What a game. What a football game this ended up being. Rodgers, he's beside himself. So the Firebirds, they continue their legacy of losing from the Omaha days. Rodgers goes 4-16. Lynn Swann, 122. Antonio Brown didn't have a single reception in this game. As we'll look at the numbers, Tarkenton, he went 259. Rushing-wise, maybe we probably should have seen a little more Derrick Henry. I mean, they kept Willie Parker in there. They ended up going with a lot of the passing game. And receiving-wise, Reggie Wayne, 172. You had Lynn Swann, 122. I mean, they definitely, it was Swann and Reggie Wayne that tore it up. You didn't hear anything out of Antonio Brown. But in the end, it was victory, and a controversial victory for the New York Shamrocks. Because, again, it was the no call. We all think that both feet went down. Both feet were in. They didn't call it. So then, that results in a 3-point swing the other way. That was the final result. Shamrocks winning by 3. They only had that extra 3 because of the no call. You know? So, controversial call there. And again, the controversial decision, Madden wanted us to play conservative, grind it out, and go for the deep field goal. Me, feeling that there was too much time, 2 timeouts, still 2 minutes, it was a deep kick, decided to go for one more big throw, and it ended up costing the Firebirds. So let's simulate through the rest of week number 8. We'll look at the scores, we'll look at the stats, and we will preview week number 9. So, man, what a conclusion to a pretty exciting week 8. All right, let's look at your schedule, the league schedule here, and get your results for week 8 here. And we'll look at the big games for week 9. So, in a huge blowout, Tom Brady and the Atlanta Dirty Birds lose to the Mexico City Golden Eagles. And Mexico City continues to make waves. A lot of people think that that could be your possible championship contender there. The Austin Armadillos, that's an upset. Boy, they were undefeated for a while. Michael Vick and company, they get blown out by the Tennessee Oilers at home. That's a huge upset. Of course, we saw that one. No upset there. The Wolverines, the win over the Cheetahs. The Philadelphia Benjamins taking down the defending league champion, the former Eclipse, now the Brooklyn Beats, and they get the win 26-20. The San Antonio Marshals, they get their first win of the year, a 7-point win over the St. Louis Rhinos. The Battle of London, of course, an exciting battle. The Monarchs getting that victory there. The Tampa Bay Mutiny getting the win over the Chicago Cougars on the road. The San Francisco Demons, 2-touchdown win over the Dublin Celtic Tigers. Pittsburgh Sting knocking off the Houston Voyagers. They continue their winning ways. How about that? Pittsburgh, they were 0 for a while, and all of a sudden, they're making a run of it here. Sacramento Redwoods, big win over the Elks of Salt Lake City. We have the Lumberjacks with a tight win over the Aftershock, and of course the game that we just saw, and then another tight contest there on Thursday night. So we will look at the standings really quick here, kind of see where everyone is in the entire league. Let's go division by division. In the American, of course, the Armadillos, the big upset loss. I can't believe it, because if you look at where the Oilers are, I mean, they're right there. They're now 3-4, but boy, oh boy. So the Armadillos are sitting at 6-2. The LA Kiss also at 6-2. The Lancers and the Redwoods and the Monarchs. So those are kind of your playoff teams right now. Then you got a battle between Huskies, Voyagers, the Oilers right there on the edge. If we look at the National, we have the Wolverines far and away 8-0, and there's the Lumberjacks at 6-1. The Golden Eagles, which are making some headway, could they upend the Wolverines and make a playoff run? Then you have the Desperados at 5-2, the Aviators. So I mean, you look at the quarterbacks here. I mean, you got Theismann here, you got Russell Wilson here, you got Lynn. God, who is the quarterback of the Eagles? Slinging Sammy, right? You got Brett Favre here. You got Joe Montana there. You got Steve Young. So it's an interesting mix. So there's kind of your standings up to this point. So let's look at the schedule for next week, and then we'll wrap it up with some stats here. So next week's schedule, you know, we play the Thursday night and the Monday night game. So Thursday night is the defending champion Brooklyn Beats traveling to take on the New England Nightmare. So it's going to be Patrick Mahomes in action with the Brooklyn Beats taking on the Nightmare. That should be a good one on Thursday night. Second time we'll see the defending champs. And then on Monday night, the Philadelphia Benjamins and the Columbus Aviators. So that should be a good contest as well. Now, as far as the other games, we got some interesting ones. We can either go Sunday night. We got a good one here between the Lumberjacks, which are one of the top teams of the league, and the Dirty Birds. We have the Redwoods, which are a solid team, the Demons, and the Aftershock. I'm kind of leaning towards this Dirty Bird Lumberjack game, doing kind of all the primetime games. So we might end up doing that. As far as the early game goes, let's see. We could do the Mutiny and the Wizards, because we haven't seen the Wizards yet. Armadillos and the Cheetahs. Maybe the Cougars and the Rhinos. I want to try to get some of the teams we haven't seen yet play. We have not seen the Marshals play yet. We have not seen the Rhinos play yet. And we have not seen the Wizards play yet. I'm almost kind of leaning towards this Desperados-Marshals game. It's the Battle of Texas. We haven't seen the Marshals play yet. I'm still contemplating if I want to change their team name back to the Dragons, because that was so famous. And would it look weird? They'd have a badge. They'd still be called the Dragons. What do you think? But the San Antonio Marshals, I think I'm almost leaning towards this game. The Battle of Texas, San Antonio, Dallas, the two star teams, the Marshals, the Desperados. There's not too many games this week where you got two top flight teams taking each other on. You know what I mean? So I think that's the game that we are going to go with. I think we're going to go with the Marshals and the Desperados in the early game. And then I think we're going to do all the primetime games. We'll do the Dirty Birds and the Lumberjacks. We will do the Aviators and the Benjamins. And we will do the Beats and the Nightmare. I think that'll be our set of games. So that's going to be a good set of games coming your way as well, I do believe. So yeah, that should be an interesting uniform clash, actually, because the Dirty Birds don't have a white uniform. They have the black and red, so maybe the Lumberjacks got to wear their whites at home. And we'll put the Dirty Birds in the black and silver for a little bit of a contrast there. All right, let's look at some stats here, and then we're going to wrap up week number 8 for you guys. So we'll take a look at the stats. I want the entire league here, since we're kind of at the halfway point now of the league. And it looks like Peyton Manning, far and away up top. He's got the 22 touchdowns and the 2,500 passing yards. Elway right on his tail. So you got the Elway and Manning right there. Wonder if I can go in and edit Aaron Rodgers so that he doesn't have 15 years of experience, because I don't want him to retire. I don't know if that's possible. Does not look... I can change the contract, though. Huh, that's too bad. It'd have been cool. Is it weird to see Rodgers in the Cardinal uni there? It would have been nice to... Because I don't know if they'll retire. Like, if the guys that have a lot of experience are going to retire or not. Joe Theismann, he's right up there with the Wolverines. Bobby Lane, of course. Terry Bradshaw in the 2,000-yard club. Steve Young as well. Slinging Sammy Baugh. Roger Staubach, who spent his most of his career with the former, well, now the Marshals, but the former Dragons, the San Antonio Dragons, and then he spent a couple years with the Tennessee Toxic, now with Salt Lake. Not much as far as the touchdown goes. We got Andrew Luck, a lot of INTs there. Mike Vick, Jim Kelly. We got to get a Rhinos game at some point to see Jim Kelly. I love Jim Kelly, big Jim Kelly fan. Warren Moon, of course, Joe Montana. We're going to be seeing some of him. Tom Brady way down. Not often you see Tom Brady way down. How about Dan Marino? Only one INT on the year so far. Brady's another one. I don't know if he's going to end up retiring, so I hate to lose some of these players, but that's just the way it goes. Maybe he'll take a year off and then come back. Norm Van Brocklin. Norm. Of course, Deshaun Watson, controversial QB right there. We're going to get to see Bart Starr. Bart Starr going up against the Star. Going up against Brett Favre. So Bart Starr, Brett Starr. It's like a Packers Legends battle. And stars on the helmets for the Marshals and the Desperados. And Brett Favre, not as many numbers either. I mean, he's got the 10 and 2, only 1,500. You can see some of the other guys have gotten a couple of nods. Lamar Jackson playing for a little bit. Troy Aikman. Still a lot of people like to see Troy. All right, let's look at the rushing really quick here. Jim Brown leading the way, 800 yards. We got Earl Campbell, Gale Sayers, LT, Barry Sanders, Christian McCaffrey, Walter Payton, Muncie, Davis, Smith. You guys can kind of see as we're going down the list here. Receiving wise, Reggie Wayne, a lot of those numbers, I think, coming in the last game, leaned the way for the receivers. Then you got Kelsey right behind him there. Julio Jones, which you're going to see Julio in pewter and red in real life. We already saw a little bit of that with the preseason game last night with Brady. Roddy White, Ed McCaffrey, Dante Lavelli, Michael Irvin, Lynn Swan, Lofton. You can kind of see a lot of the other guys leading the way here. And defensively, let's see, who's the sack master of the league so far? Derek Thomas, yes, the great Derek Thomas, coming in with 10 sacks so far. Marchetti with 8. Von Miller with 8. Khalil Mack with 8. So a lot of the names you would kind of expect. How about your interception god? It's going to be Charles Woodson with 5, Claiborne with 5, Sherman with 5, and Jim David with 5. And what about forced fumbles? Who's the big hitter out there? Deion Jones and Joe Schmidt. And what about touchdowns? Who's leading the way for touchdowns? It's just a bunch of singles out there. And then finally, we'll wrap it up with kicking. Who is your top field goal kicker in the league so far? And it is, Justin Tucker's only had to do 3 of them. Hansen as well, 9 of 9. Barones, 5 of 5. And Bracken, Martin Gramatica. $50 yards or more. Give that to Dan Bailey, 9 of them. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you, as always. You are an awesome audience. Thank you for tuning in for the RXFL. We got 3 primetime game next week, plus the Marshalls and the Desperados, which should be a good one. Thank you guys for tuning in to all the action. You guys were awesome. You guys are the best. KJ, Daniel, everyone that was here, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next stream.